Hello again, everybody. It's time to have a little look and see what the planets are going to be up to in the week ahead. Now, I want to wish everyone in the UK a great bank holiday weekend. 26th is a holiday. But what are the planets doing? As you know, the planets don't respect the months. They don't respect our bank holidays or festivities or anything like that. They've got a mind of their own. So it's important to note that Mercury is going direct on the 29th. And that's great news, isn't it? That means all our plans get the go-ahead. We shift into forward gear and it's all systems go. Well, not quite. I have quite a few caveats about Mercury going forward. And we're not really going to be out of the woods in terms of Mercury until it really gets into Virgo, which is on the 10th of September. So in terms of contracts, negotiations, selling things, house sales, relationship communication, it's all rather tenuous for a while yet. Why is that? So although Mercury goes direct, it's going direct in Leo. And Mercury is in its fall in Leo. It's just kind of awkward in Leo. And that's like I said before, because there's all this ego attachment. Sometimes there's a lot of stubbornness and we can almost think we're too big to make changes or we're too proud. So, for example, with Mercury and Leo, we all tend to be standing in our own way because we have these entrenched views. We don't want to back down. We want to be proud. We want to get recognition. We want to be right. And so often, is it more important to be right or is it more important to be happy and make progress? And sometimes being right is a little bit tangential. So the other thing that's important to know is as Mercury goes direct in Leo, it's going to be squaring up to Uranus in Taurus, which is a kind of problematic area for Uranus to be in. And what does that mean? It means there's a great deal of unpredictability. Things can be kind of jarring. We may get messages from other people that are unwanted, that disrupt our peace of mind. And we're really encouraged right now not to settle into a mode of thinking. It's important to be versatile, creative, and ingenious. If we embrace problem solving with a total open mind, the next week or so can be incredible because solutions can just pop out of thin air. So we really have to attach to our inspiration. It's not a time to be stubborn and egotistical. Mercury square Uranus is about thinking outside the box. Now, it doesn't mean that solutions can't be pragmatic. They can be practical. Uranus is in Taurus. Mercury in Leo is a kind of grounded sign with Leo being fixed. So great progress is possible, but we have to kind of do workarounds. So it's so important not to take any setbacks to heart or to be disappointed, because this is one of those light at the end of the tunnel, or in a better way, it's kind of silver lining phases where things don't work out exactly as you want to, but things will work out in a way that challenges us to apply ourselves a bit more, to apply a little bit of ingenuity, some creative thinking, some imaginative thinking, and come up with a solution that is actually going to be better or teach us something important long term. So I'm encouraging you all just to kind of be open, take everything that comes and say, aha, what can I learn from this? How do I, get through this obstacle in a smart way? So it's about being smart, mindful, and not by being kind of knee-jerk. Now, there's another thing going on. It's not just all about Mercury. There's another reason why I want you to be a little bit cautious in the coming week or so. So Mars is nearing the end of Gemini, and sort of from the 29th through to the first week of September, it's squaring up to Neptune in Pisces. So that's kind of a warning thing. Now, Mars in Gemini is a difficult placement because of the duality of Gemini. It represents that we want to take action because, remember, Gemini is all about being industrious. Gemini is a kind of business-minded sign that wants to, take action, do the PR, grab onto opportunities. And it's also a rather sparky one in terms of relationships where we want to be spontaneous and we want to have fun. I mean, Mercury in Gemini, if it's not about fun, what is it about, right? But when it's square Neptune, deception, is a problem. Mercury and Gemini square Neptune, nothing is what it seems. So for you guys who enjoy some of my political content, the note here is don't jump to conclusions. Always look for a hidden meaning. I mean, conspiracies rife at the moment, fake news rife. I mean, it's all about cloak and dagger, the hidden hand, deception, perception, deception, right? So it's always important to understand, what do they want me to think? And what should I really think? Or maybe I shouldn't think anything. Maybe I should just wait and see. And it's the same in relationships. So for all of you who are involved in relationships where there's often a little bit of emotional manipulation or projection from your partner, be alert. Try and understand, what are the facts? What do you really know? Or what do you just think you know? Because right now there are so many unknowns. And that's why when it comes to relationships and business dealings, it's very important not to be complacent. Don't think you know everything there is to know. Right now, the key is understanding what you don't know. Now, some of that may become clear with time. Some of it may require an intuitive understanding, and some of it may remain unknown, and you just have to work with it. But so important just not to make assumptions. Awareness of the more broader situation in terms of the uncertainty is really important. So it's quite okay now to slow down. In a way, it's great that a lot of people will be taking this week off, especially in the UK or in Europe as the summer draws to a close. I'm not sure in America you're not ready for your kind of, you have your holiday later on, right? But I know it tends to be super hot in America last week of August. So it's a great time for reassessing, sitting back and just letting things settle. And in terms of your relationships, there are often conflicting needs and priorities, especially on an emotional level. So very often you or your partner can be quite diplomatic and people-pleasing, because this is a very, very avoidant transit. So it's not a good time to use aggression, ultimatums, or to be very direct in relationships. It's not really going to gain results. And what's more, Venus, let's just check, because Venus is also important here. Venus is in Virgo, right? It's at the end of Virgo this week, so it's also squaring up to Neptune. So there you have that kind of avoidant, deceptive quality in relationships as well. And then Venus goes into Libra, which in a way is great for, date nights, affection, dating, new relationships. They're all these themes that Venus in Libra represents. But it also represents a lot of diplomacy, and sometimes it's just a little fake. So you don't want to get caught up in any illusions or delusions. This week and next week are one where people will keep their true intentions hidden. Now, it can be because they're deceptive and dishonest, but it can be because they feel vulnerable and avoidant and just don't want to deal with stuff. So you can't force the pace. It's a kind of time just to go with the flow, let the emotions settle, be compassionate, have empathy. Certainly, it's a wonderful time in relationships for pampering, a little bit of fantasy life, a weekend away, just trying to chill everything down and be really zen. You have to be calm in relationships right now and create harmony. And very often, that's the natural thing to do right now, because any kind of conflict just feels wrong and it's not something we want to deal with. So the message right now is a creative, flexible approach to relationships and your business life. But always understand that they're hidden agendas right now and that people are deceptive, whether they mean it or not. And it usually stems from the insecurities we all have. I mean, there's always something that we don't really want to deal with, and we may just tell a few white lies so we can skirt around the issue until we are resolved to get to grips with it, or until we understand things. So sometimes right now in relationships, it's not necessarily about a person being evasive, aloof, or dishonest. Maybe they just don't know how they feel, and that is okay. Right now, it's quite okay to be indecisive, to take a step back. It's okay to be just a tad lazy, and sometimes to give yourself a break from the normal pressures and routines so that you can kind of grab on to the inspiration. Sometimes we get so bogged down in ticking the boxes, routines, schedules, getting cooperation from others, that becomes the end goal. And the end goal should really be understanding what's going on and a deeper level of awareness that's not kind of blotted out or patched over just because we've ticked all the boxes and we feel really proud of ourselves because we're keeping to routines. In fact, right now, throw the routines out the window and just grasp the new perspective that can kind of come with that. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you are listening on Podbean, give me a thumbs up. Please share, because the Podbean audience is growing incredibly slowly, like basically not at all, which I shouldn't expect during Mercury retrograde, should I, given the advice I've just given you. But if you're listening on any other platform, thank you so much. Welcome. Thumb up, share. I know some of you prefer to actually see me. That will happen again. But for the moment, I feel that I can keep these going at a regular basis and give you some more food for thought, inspiration on a personal and relationship level, as well as throwing in a little bit of the cayenne pepper of politics as well. Take care, all you guys. I love you.